G'day Bomber fans, it is trade deadline day. It's been a wild ride, it's soon to end, and we still have a few deals to work out. We're not done yet. We have also just completed a trade yesterday, so there's a lot to talk about. I'll go over our deals to be done, give you guys an update, and tell you all you need to know. And if anything has occurred this morning before the upload of this video, it's because I recorded this last night, so go easy on me. Alrighty, so we're going to start with some small but pretty good news, I think. I liked it at least. So Jade Gresham has obviously been a Bomber for a few days now. It got done last week, but a Channel 9 interview has shown reason to like this inclusion even more. So I'm less convinced by Gresham than some of you. I prefer the other deals myself, but I loved seeing him talk about potentially joining the group of boys going to train in Arizona soon. We obviously have a group of 15 or 20 players flying over to America for a high-intensity training camp, and Gresham wants to be a part of it. That is awesome. He has already been at the club. He has had his photo shoot. Looked like he was being held hostage. That's okay. Aside from that, we only really learnt that he likes to listen to Drake and eat steak, so there's that, I guess. Alrighty, now we did get a trade done yesterday evening. It's nothing really that special. We were involved in the Paddy Dow, Nick Caulfield moves. It was a four-way deal with us, St Kilda, the Bulldogs, and Carlton. I'm not going to explain the whole trade because it's complicated. I'm just going to go over what we did. We improved our draft hand for this season, so we swapped out pick 52. We got pick 35 in return from St Kilda. That's already good. A decent 17 pick difference. We also swap out a future third pick and receive a future fourth tied to the Bulldogs. So where they finish next year, that draft pick goes to us. So realistically, it's a win. It's a small win. That is unless we finish the year bottom of the ladder and the Dogs finish top. So we legit just inch up the draft order. We move up slightly this year and move down a tiny bit less next year. That is not taking into account the compensation next year, which could change things, I guess. But I think we're going to see us win this move ever so slightly. I think we should assume the Dogs finish the ladder in a similar spot, which would mean, a pick in the late 60s. I think it's worth trading down the order slightly next year in the third round to move up this year. It is a good bit of business, but nothing to write home about. We're buying a 50-cent lollipop and selling it for 60 cents. It's a win, I would say, but I wouldn't go bragging about it. Massimo D'Ambrosio, this one has gotten really complicated for us. The Hawks are just about the worst team to deal with this trade period, and that is coming from an Essendon fan. So all their deals are going down to the last day. They are asking for an early second rounder for Jacob Kajitsky, a swingman who isn't even in their first team. They are offering a pick in the 60s for Massimo D'Ambrosio, which is just not the level. You got Biggie Newon, the North player who was traded for pick 65 and has played one match, is the same age as Massimo. They're trying to get him for Massimo for the same amount, pretty much. And to be fair, his value isn't high, but they are trying to catch him for as cheap as possible. And the issue is he can easily walk, well, not to the draft, but to the delisted free agency period. So he is now technically a free agent if he doesn't re-sign, because he is a rookie refusing a third-year rookie contract. This is a rule that has only been uncovered yesterday. I didn't know about it. No one really did, but now we do. And it means Hawthorn can do whatever they want really here. I reckon we're going to be getting next to nothing back. It's not the biggest loss in the world to lose him for not nothing, but a late pick. We only really saw 2 or 3 full games from him in 2023, but it would be nice to get something nice back in return. So they're playing hardball, and they well and truly can. They have all the balls in their court here, where we've got our backs against the wall. They're probably still a little bit annoyed at us for snatching Mackay from them, I'd say. Alright, now BZT, this is still very complicated. We want a straight swap, Duursma for Zerk-Thatcher. Port Adelaide quite rightly want us to send something back in return. We are playing chicken at the moment, waiting for the other team to budge. The issue is Port Adelaide are getting up and about, talking about walking players to the draft, selecting them there. BZT wants to move badly. We are not going to keep him. I think a deal gets done in the end. But I also think, if anything, Port are probably going to budge because they still have 3 or 4 other deals to complete. They aren't close to getting any done yet. They were supposed to be one of the busiest teams, but it's been frustrating for them. They're having to deal with us and Geelong, who are really annoying. So I think this gets done. I reckon a straight swap is a bit unfair in my opinion. Duursma has shown more. Yes, BZT is a key defender, harder to get, but you look at draft position, quality of player, in quality of team. But I wouldn't mind us sending over a sweet and a pick as well. This gets done, I think. Port need to get these deals done more than we do. Yeah, so Xavier Duursma is unfortunately caught up in this mess. We aren't going to get him if it's not part of the BZT deal. That's always been the case. The difference here is that Duursma is contracted, so if a trade falls through, he stays at Port. BZT, if a trade falls through there, he can walk to the draft if he wants. That's just how it goes. So they have the upper hand on the Duursma side of things. I still think it gets done because of how badly Port need to get these trades done. Alright, now Cal Toomey, Mr. Essendon himself, has reported that a deal for Dylan Shiel is not out of the question. He tweeted this yesterday morning. Now, obviously Dodoro went out of his way to say that Shiel will stay when the trade period opened. He said he is a required player and a much respected member of the group. I wouldn't be mad to see a deal get done here, only if it gives us something good in return, but I don't think it's happening. Toomey said it's a low percentage chance. We are already struggling to get other deals done. I think this one doesn't go anywhere, especially because it's so late. It's the first we have heard of this little Shiel saga since day one of the period. It will be near impossible to get Dodoro agreeing on a trade in one day. It takes them ages to come to terms with other teams, so I don't see this happening. But that is that. Last trade update of 2023 done. So cheers for watching all these videos, guys. Had a lot of fun making them. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and as always, go Bombers.